Trying to find his man on first down. Going for 6. Touchdown, Oregon! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Feeling some heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
Trying to get to it. Another incompletion on third down.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
He gets a block. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. He's going to pass. He's going for a big play downfield. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they
snatches it on the run. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And the Huskers in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. First down for this offense. Leaves it with the back. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you wanted to be. You wanted to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage and handle the pressure with every win. That makes the...
And he intercepts it.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Offense set on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Quarterback checking off. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Steps away to find some room. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's going for the big play. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires downfield. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. The pass intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. One man in the backfield, and he gets it.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
He'll try it again. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. 3rd down coming here, and they need to get it out to the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Cornhuskers will call on their punt team. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time. He lets it fly. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense was in cover 2, which means they had 2 safeties playing deep, and they took everything away from the quarterback vertically, forcing him to have to try to check it down. And a great job by the linebacker, jumping the throw and getting the pick.
Got his man quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Huskers look to do some damage in the red zone. Looking to throw on second down. Finds his big tight end. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
Well, I love the play call by the defense there on fourth down. They were expecting pass, and they didn't decide to just lay back and play zone coverage. They were going to dial up the pressure. They bring the blitz, and they just overwhelmed the offensive line and anyone else trying to protect that quarterback. He had no shot.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Second down coming up. Gonna run it. It's Flanagan. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
Now the play fake. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that pass is caught at the 25. Touchdown, Oregon. And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
On second down, he'll fire. Lofts one high and deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and short, the power run here. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
And the Huskers are in the hurry-up. They'll leave it with him. Fights off the defender. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground as the 41.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The offense in hurry-up mode.
Brings up second down.
Movement here from the tight end. On second down, they'll take to the air. Setting up the screen. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is four-down territory. Fast motion from the offense. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Finds his back in the middle. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for a touchdown.
And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win. All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
The RPO, it's complete. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
They keep attacking through the air. Going to try to get it himself. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down, you can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. On second down, wants to throw. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men. Not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. He's looking to throw. Still on his feet. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The returner is brought down at the 36, and the Oregon offense will take over.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Algier. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
And that is interception number 3 on the day.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep putting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ducks.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football. Out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
44, Nebraska, 7.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Short gain on the play before he slides. The Cornhuskers want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Huskers line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looking for a block. It's Bryant. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking for a deep man. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Dialing up a second down pass play. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Grabs it inside the 10. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big game. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very interesting first 2 quarters in Lincoln. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Right back to him on the ground. On the move is the 30. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there, make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Little over-anxious, out of the stance early, and it's a false start.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. The give to the left side. At the 45 on his way. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. He's piled up 97 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. And the Ducks have their offense in high gear.
Here we go. Slide 22.
To the ground. He's got it again. And into the end zone. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. The Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking for room. It's Flanagan. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on third down. Forward. Touchdown, Oregon! And the route is on. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, Well, they're just taking it right to the face.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Mississippi State is down, but not out of it. Not with those cowbells ringing inside Davis-Wade Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to Auburn. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful in making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. They'll try to run for it. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Dances away from the heat. The completion well past the sticks. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. He's looking to throw it. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Ducks have pushed it inside the 20. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The aerial assault continues. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Just trucks through it. And they'll finally make the tackle at the 3-yard line. They're going to go for it with a couple of good options here. Get it to the 1, you get the first down. Get it farther, you get the touchdown. Pressure coming. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
From the shotgun, the inside give. They finally make the stop at the big run. There's plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
They're going to ride this running back. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
The give. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. Nice catch along the sidelines, but they get nothing out of it. And the Huskers will punt it away on 4th down. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
Back to the ground game on the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll throw one to his right. And it's caught inside the 30. And this defense... He gets it down to the 27.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans there.
Throws for the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And the pummeling has started. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Nice job. Team, everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. And that one's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
He'll bring it back. It's Bryant. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Gonna run it. It's Flanagan. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. They'll go right back to him.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops. The Ducks are rolling down the field. He's looking to throw. Escapes the sack. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on second and goal. Just when they're looking run, now up top. And down he goes back at the 3. And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd and goal from the 3. They're bringing heat. Touchdown, Oregon! And the stomping has commenced. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Plenty of time in the pocket, and he'll sling it out to the left. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
The Cornhuskers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. From the gun. Looking for the score. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, and these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Going up top. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. The Ducks headed quickly to the line. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. He'll take another shot here. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Run out of bounds just before he can get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy: just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. 4th and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. Not only will he not get in, they'll stop him behind the line at the 4.
Watching this game, and they're thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a double? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
They come up with their 2nd safety of the game. You don't see that very often.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense set for a 1st down play. The handoff, keep working on that clock. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. After the filthy move, he's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with will hustle to the line.
First and goal, Oregon.
From the gun, looking for a man. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And the beatdown has ensued. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? It hasn't always been pretty all season long, yet they've continually found ways to win each and every week. But today, in a day where they had to light the scoreboard up because the opposing offense came to play, their offense got it done. And as a result, they stay undefeated.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Off play action. Feeling some heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
On the move, it's Bryant. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they tried to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they've got on second down. Going with the ground game left. They make the stop of this running game. Moves to change as they get the first down. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Quarterback adapting. He'll get rid of it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And the defense gets the big third down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive.
Deep shot for the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Nebraska, 7.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Going up top on first down. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Stanford University, a bastion of academia and the alma mater of some of college football's most legendary figures, Elway, Luck, Sherman, and McCaffrey. And today, the Stanford Cardinal will try to live up to that legacy. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. So the Stanford Cardinal offense will take the field for the first possession of the day. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. Power football with the run. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Trying to escape and get it himself. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Gets it out fast. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. Offense lining up quickly.
Second down coming up.
Off the play fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to get to it. Another incompletion on third down.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up third and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage. Great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt. They got to show up. These are the...
Coming out aggressively. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his target down the middle. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. Stanford quickly to the line.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves over.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. They've got it first and 10 from the 25.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, Good catch, first down.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. The play action fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
What a tremendous job in coverage by that DB. He just stayed in the receiver's hip pocket, then able to locate the football and swat it away.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. He'll set up to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Stanford lines up to punt it away. He's got great speed. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He fires a bullet to the right. Touchdown, Miami! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
This offense is high octane, boy, and you just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. TCU packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Horned Frogs Nation with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead, it felt like a walk through the park in Fort Worth.
Handoff to the lone back.
It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Might as well give it to him again. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They go to the ground. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Stanford wants to push the pace. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Give to the running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A third and long coming up here. Wants to go up top. Get it out on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Hurricanes have this offense rolling. They'll throw it on first down. Got it set up on the outside. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. Offense gets set for second down. The give to the tailback. Still running at the 40. Oh, look out. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. The Hurricanes moving quickly to the line. They'll ride the hot hand. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. To the ground to try to move the chains. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
A loss of 7 yards on the play.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Slips through the line. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. To the air on first down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get...
Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they take it in for 6 more points. Ready to try the point after. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Caught behind the line. It's Blackburn. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Stanford lines up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Nestles it in at the 35. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll throw it on first down. Rifles it down the middle. Touchdown, Miami! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
When these offenses get in the rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Stanford, 0.
Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Roman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting them on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Looking to throw on second down. Got his man. They made the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Leaves it with the running back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And the Canes in the hurry-up.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a...
Going downfield for the big play. And he grabs it at the 15. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Canes.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Utah State has the lead right now. Logan has been jumping all week. But this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over Temple. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. They'll run the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Makes a move. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He tries to take the top off. And it's picked off at the goal line. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Handoff to the single running back. Found some space and crosses the 10 out to the 11. It's a pickup of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Motion from the offense. Jet sweep to the receiver. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And to stop the jet sweep, you've got to be great at containing. You have to have players in the perimeter of your defense funnel the football and force it to go back inside. That time, that defense was not allowing that receiver to get outside.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Stanford lines up to punt it away. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Stanford lines up to punt it away.
On to punt it away.
He gets it away from his own end zone. Got it near midfield. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the Hurricane up. Gather a little more strength. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He's got his man. Touchdown, Hurricane! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Here's the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they looking deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. The Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Now improvising. Fires on the move. A strike downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Palo Alto as we say hello from our broadcast studios. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. With that said, let's send it back to the guys on the farm.
All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Oh, he wants it all. And he can't attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot.
Going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They'll run play action. Looking to buy time. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down. Has this head coach lost his mind? Does he know where the ball is on the field? He's going for it this close to his own end zone. He'll try to do it himself. Nothing but green ahead. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet.
It's not fun playing defense. I got to cover these fast wide receivers all over the field. You're going to run tempo. You're going to spread me out. You're going to do all this stuff to me. And then it doesn't work, and you call a pass play, and then it turns into that because your quarterback's so special. This just isn't fun.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. He's back to throw on second down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Miami! And the punishment has been extended. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
On second down, just keeps firing. Finds the tight end. Makes the catch and knocked down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. Wants to return it. He gets a block. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's going to run it. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They're setting up the screen. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. life. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
He's going to take off. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
He gets the first down, and I tell you what, these are the guys you like to go to. Throw those big body tight ends with the sure mitts over the middle of the field where you know you can get a high percentage throw. Nice catch, nice first down.
Comes out throwing on first down. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
He's looking for a man on second down. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has...
Setting up the screen. Oh, it's picked. Trying to take it back. At the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Cade.
And how about that play by this defense? Reading the running back, coming out of the backfield, breaking on the football, making the pick, and then walking himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. UConn has the lead right now. Husky hysteria has been palpable all week across the state, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Buffalo. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Keeps looking downfield. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away.
On to punt it away.
He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And the Canes are in the hurry-up. They'll try the right side. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. And the route is on.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Quarterback now breaking the field. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time breath.
Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. What a snag by the defense. Got some room to run. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, please bring it back. Bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off. You're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down, and that was...
Lets it fly deep downfield. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, this offense would take shots. They know they have targets that can fly, can push down the field.
Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And the Hurricanes want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. He's going to pass. Looking for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete, denying a big play on the final snap of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming up. I Yes, if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires deep toward the end zone. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last one. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. So now they're staring at a second and long from their 20. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On second down, he's looking downfield. He'll throw it. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's out past the 35. Open runway ahead. The 20. Touchdown, Miami. And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike. Replay scoring drive. And they get it in with a huge play, an 80-yard touchdown pass. Bringing it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And down he goes back at the 3.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Running back searching for a hole. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
They're going to run it to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And they're going to try to convert on 4th down, 1 for 2 so far today. They'll try it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, we got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Finds his man. It's Mendoza.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Now looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 26. He'll try to get it through the air. Unloads to the right. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this DB.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier 3rd down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the 1st down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on 3rd down. And shoot, and I got 4th down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. All bottled up, and now the ball is... Good job corralling that football, but he couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it'll be a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week of practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Makes the catch at the 30.
The return is brought down at the 33, and the Miami offense will take over.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your play.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He'll take the deep shot. Brings it in down the left side. He's loose. He's at the 10. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. I know I've never seen this before. The punt team on the field in the red zone. They're in scoring position. I mean, trick play's coming, right? And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get looking deep down the right side. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. They should have their football cards stripped away and never allowed to go inside a stadium again. They're punting in the red zone. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This is the...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And he falls on top of his own fumble, and the offense will retain possession. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up. Just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here, Blake.
Stanford lines up to punt it away.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.